What is up, YouTube tubers of the world? My name is Brad. Welcome to the Workbench, and we're going to take you through my top 5 shop supplies you can find at Harbor Freight.
Me hurt. I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
So due to the virus, I'm currently out of my first shop supply, which is a tragedy. But I'll just shoot up a picture. My first shop supply I think you should always have is the Harbor Freight clear epoxy and super glue. Yes, these are two different items. I'm just going to include them as one. They're both cheap as hell. You can use 20% off. They go on sale all the time. The clear epoxy is nice little 5-minute epoxy. Dries fairly clear 4 or 5-minute epoxy. And the super glue is nice thin super glue that, God, I can't tell you how many things I fix around my shop with damn super glue. Not even going into the wood turning and woodworking I do with it. Now for the rest of the items, we're going to do this video a little bit differently. Instead of me having to take them down where I have them in my shop, I'm just going to take the camera around. You'll get a look at my messy ass shop, and we'll see the other shop supplies I like most. Alright, so first up is these sanding rolls. These sanding rolls come in 3 different grits, and I go ahead and buy all 3 of them. You got a 60, you got like 120, 150 somewhere in there, and then you got a 240, 220. These are similar to emery cloth, but they're not quite as flexible. Let me see if I can even get to it. This is more like what I consider an emery cloth. Nice, flexible, you can bend it without it cracking. Can't do that with these, but they're still nice to have around. I use them a lot for flattening hand planes actually. Put some spray adhesive down to a nice flat surface, some granite or something. And I think they're about 2 3/4 inches wide. Put them on a nice little roll. You tear off how much you need. I love having these in my shop. Every time I'm out of a roll, I'm sure to pick up a replacement the next time I'm at Harbor Freight. My next favorite tool from Harbor Freight is this sanding stick. Now what this does is if you have a sanding disc, a sanding belt, you just rub this all along the belt. It cleans it off as good as can be. You know what? Let's take a look. Alright, here we have the super cheap 4x36 Harbor Freight belt sander. Desperately in need of cleaning, as you can see. You just turn it on. And that belt has plenty of life left in it now. I've heard it doesn't work that great with metal, although I've used it a little bit on the side. This is way overdue. I hate changing these things. They're cheap as hell. I don't think you can beat it. Have it in your shop. You'll be amazed how much it'll stretch the life of your sandpaper. And don't look at the background here. It's all an illusion.
Is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth.
Alright, next we're going to head all the way over to my electrical drawer. Now, the lighting may not be the best around here, but the Storehouse electrical kit, not only the terminal kit, but a lot of the Storehouse products. And you see, I also have the metric nut and bolt washer. You never know when you're going to need a metric nut, mainly because I try not to use the bolts around my shop. But they have so many different varieties of these little kits. They have cotter pins, snap rings. I mean, they're just great to have in your shop. You never know when you might need something extra from them. And they're not that expensive. You can still use your 20% off coupon on those. But what's great about them is when the 30% off coupon comes, then you can really stock up on stuff like this. And then while we're over here, it's just a quick little jog over to my next item is the Harbor Freight clamps. Now, if you need shorter clamps, I say there's nothing wrong with these blue ones here. These little clamps have worked great. They are lifetime warranty. The threads do sometimes strip out if I got to put a lot of pressure on them, or maybe it's just bad threads in there. I'm sure it's just plastic. These kinds from 6 inches to 18 inches, I say you can go with the F clamps. Once you get past 18 inches, I think it's better to step up to these bigger aluminum bar clamps, or at least the pipe clamps. These go on sale as well all the time inside Track Club, and I like the 24 inches. I got a few 36, and then I got a couple 60 of the parallel type clamps. But the longer ones, as you can see, I have back here because I don't use them as often. Once you get past 18 inches and you put any kind of real clamping pressure on her, they really start to bow. And when you're gluing up a panel or something like that, that puts all kind of uneven pressure, making your joint slip. Like I said, 6 to 18 inches, the blue F-clamps are fine. You go above 18, step up to something like this or a different brand. Hope you enjoyed my top 5 favorite shop supplies from Harbor Freight. If you got some different ones that you know that work well, leave a comment down below. I appreciate y'all sticking around to the end. And make sure you hit that subscribe button, because next up is the worst tools I've ever bought from Harbor Freight. Until next time, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button down there, and I'll holler at y'all next time. Peace!
Working man does his best to provide safety and shelter for kids and a wife.